Hello, my classmates in Management Science. We will now proceed with the discussion of Chapter 5, Topic 5.5, Hypergeometric Distribution. In this chapter, we will discuss what is a hypergeometric distribution, characteristics of the hypergeometric distribution, hypergeometric formula, and using the computer to generate hypergeometric distribution probabilities. Let us now proceed with the discussion. The hypergeometric distribution is a discrete probability distribution that describes the probability of successes from a finite population of size that contains exactly objects of that feature wherein each draw is either a success or a failure. Unlike the binomial distribution, the researcher must know the size of the population and the probability of success in the population. It should also be used instead of binomial when sampling is done without replacement and the sample is greater than or equal to 5% of the population. Like the binomial distribution, the hypergeometric distribution has only two outcomes, success or failure. The characteristics of the hypergeometric distribution is that it is a discrete distribution. Secondly, each outcome consists of either a success or a failure. The additional characteristics of the hypergeometric distribution is that the sampling is done without replacement, the population N is finite and known, and the number of successes in the population A is known. This is the hypergeometric formula where capital N is the population size, small letter n is the sample size, capital A is the number of successes in the population, and X is the number of successes in the sample. Hypergeometric distributions are characterized by three parameters, capital N, capital A, and small letter n, so creating tables is nearly impossible. To illustrate the hypergeometric formula, here is an example. If there are 24 people, of whom 8 are women, who apply for a job, if 5 of the applicants are sampled randomly, what is the probability that exactly 3 of those sampled are women? In the illustration, the given example has a small finite population. The sample size is 21% of the population, and hypergeometric is the appropriate distribution. To continue with the example, there were 24 people, of whom 8 are women, who apply for a job. If 5 of the applicants are sampled randomly, what is the probability that exactly 3 of those sampled are women? In the given example, we are looking for the probability that 3 of those sampled is a woman. In the formula, the value of A is the probability of success, which in this case we have 8 women applicants. Hence, the value of A is 8. After evaluating each counting rule in the formula, we will arrive in this equation. In a sample of 5, there is a 15.81% chance the 3 will be a woman. Let us now watch a tutorial on how to generate hypergeometric distribution probabilities using Microsoft Excel.
This is Stephanie from statisticshowto.com, and in this video I'll show you the Excel hypergeometric distribution function that can help you figure out the probability of choosing from a deck of cards. I've got a question here. You're dealt 4 cards from a standard deck of 52 cards. What's the probability of getting 2 aces? Click the function button and you can type in HYPGEOMDIST and click go. The function will show up in the list. Make sure it's highlighted. Click OK. And if you're unsure what to put in these boxes, it tells you underneath. Sample S is the number of successes in the sample. We want to find the probability of getting 2 aces. So we're looking for 2 successes in our sample. The second box is the size of the sample. Our sample is 4 cards, we're choosing 4. Population S, the number of successes in the population. There are 4 aces in a deck, so that is going to be 4. And the number in the population size, is 52 cards. And here is our probability, 0.0249. I'll show you one more example here. You're dealt 1 card from a standard deck of 52 cards. What's your probability of getting a king or a queen? Go back to the hypergeometric distribution. This time, because I just used it, it's showing in the function list, so I'm just going to click OK. This time the number of successes in the sample, I'm being dealt 1 card and I want to know the probability of 1 success. The size of the sample, being dealt 1 card. Population, the number of successes in the population. Well, there are 4 kings and 4 queens in a standard deck of cards. So that means there are 8 successes in a population. The number of the population is still 52, and here's my probability, 0.15. That's how to use the hypergeometric distribution in Excel to figure out card probabilities. Check us out, statisticsHowTo.com, for more articles and videos on everything elementary statistics.
Created using Powtoon.